Writer-director James Gunn has confirmed a character will die in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. When asked on Instagram about character death, he responded with a simple, yes. So which character will die? Yondu already bit the dust in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but there's an entire raft of still living Guardians for Gunn to kill off. Let's figure out who's gonna bite the dust. Number 7, Peter Quill. Peter Quill is the star of the Guardians franchise. It's Captain America, it's Superman, it's Jack Sparrow. His odds of dying are pretty low. He still has a whole romantic arc with Gamora to resolve, since he's no longer dealing with the woman he fell in love with, but her time-traveling doppelganger. Quill also needs to continue his arc of maturing and outgrowing his childish mannerisms, so killing him would feel like a lazy way to avoid character development. Odds of death, 5%. At number 6, Gamora. Gamora is probably the least likely to die out of the Guardians, given that she already died in Avengers Infinity War. A time-traveling version of her was brought back in Avengers Endgame. While superheroes in comics often have a revolving door approach to the afterlife, Marvel's cinematic universe has avoided playing that angle up too much, and a second death and resurrection just be excessive. Odds of death, 10%. At number 5, Groot. Similar to Gamora, Groot died once already, in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. In fact, the baby tree humanoid in the second Guardians film technically isn't the same individual as in the first, but its offspring. While that baby has since grown up into a teenager, the odds of a lovable adolescent being killed in a PG-13 film being funded by the family-friendly Disney Corporation seem low. The snap doesn't count as death. Odds of death, also 10%. At number 4, Nebula. Nebula has come a long way since the first Guardians film, learning to move past her ill history with her sister and become an outright hero by the time of Avengers Endgame. She even killed a past version of herself in order to save Gamora. It seems unlikely that Gunn would reward this character growth by killing her, although anything's possible. Odds of death, 25%. At number 3, Drax. Drax's potential death is a little more probable. Drax has been built up throughout Guardians 1 and 2, as well as Infinity War, as reckless and likely to get himself killed. He's already had 2 near-death experiences, one with Ronan the Accuser in Guardians 1, and again in Infinity War, when Thanos basically eviscerates him and Mantis. It's easy to see another situation where Drax flies in half-cocked and gets himself killed. Odds of death, 50%. At number 2, Mantis. Mantis is in an odd spot. On one hand, she only really joined the Guardians at the end of the second movie, and didn't really do much during Infinity War. This means that the audience doesn't have much of an emotional connection to her, so it's harder for Gunn to have her death be as meaningful or heavy-hitting. On the other hand, that lack of emotion connection makes her expandable. If Mantis gets killed off, Gunn and other Marvel creatives don't have to worry about wanting to use her in another film. Odds of death, also 50%. At number 1, Rocket. Rocket seems like the most likely Guardian to die for several reasons. For one, he's the only one of the team to not have died previously. Gamora was sacrificed by Thanos in Infinity War, Nebula killed her evil past self in Endgame, and the rest of the gang experienced death via snap. Rocket's overarching storyline throughout the Guardians films has been about his own insecurity regarding his status as an ascended animal. He even quips in the first Guardians movie that he doesn't have that long of a lifespan. A blaze of glory death in the final Guardians movie would be a perfect capstone for a character who was originally the most selfish of the team. Gunn has said that the raccoon would play a big part in Guardians 3. What bigger part is there than sacrificing yourself for the rest of the team? Odds of death? 90%. As some honorable mentions, both Thor and Kraglin have joined the team since the last film, with Kraglin reportedly playing a larger role. While that sounds awfully similar to the big role Rocket was reported to play, it seems unlikely that Gunn would kill off a newcomer. As for Thor, it seems quite far-fetched that Thor, one of the MCU's biggest stars, is going to die in a movie without his name on it. So farewell, Rocket Raccoon, and may a flight of angels sing thee to thy rest. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Let us know in the comment section down below who you think will die in Guardians Volume 3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time here on TV Point.